That is a whole new category. A faction quest. I guess it's called that because of that particular group, yeah. The Scrappers. So that's a reason to go to Stellar Bay. Oops. Monarch, which is where... Yeah, Monarch and Stellar Bay are the same place, or specifically Stellar Bay is on Monarch. Just making sure. Monarch. Scylla. Monarch. Groundbreaker. This thing's still loose-ended, though. Another of Hawthorne's logs mentioned looking in Gladys's shop for old records. Apparently the smuggler acquired several leads that way. I think I already tried that. The logs on Hawthorne's terminal mentioned rumors of a groundbreaker... mentioned rumors from the groundbreaker of a scientist who bragged about a powerful weapon he was researching. That seems to still be loose-ended. I got a couple reasons to go to Scylla. I'm trying to figure out which areas are mandatory and which ones are optional, because if they're optional and the main story never goes there, I would like to go there first as soon as possible and do the stuff there, then go back to the main story before I like go too far ahead or whatever. Or wrap up the story too fast or something. And I don't necessarily know which stuff is supposed to go where, because I don't know in advance where the story will take me. I'm just trying to think of like what moments do I diverge for a bit before I continue to the next like obvious planet. When we had the one comms, when we had the one comms like satellite, that was a really obvious example of like go exactly here to do this one quest. So it's really clearly an isolated thing. But Scylla, for example, it's hard for me to tell if that's more or less important.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
You found a handsome mandapillar? Yeah, you're gonna get that thing to go grind on a, yeah, it says heavy weapons, not science weapons. I'm not sure. Sawed-off shotgun Mark II. And Salvager's Helper has like a scary DPS? It's just handguns aren't totally my style, but maybe. 660. Jesus. The ultimatum is just like weird by comparison. But yeah, no, I already have a 648 on this light assault rifle. Still not an upgrade. Let's filter this down. So not weapons, not the other things. Not those guys. Okay, so now she doesn't really have anything especially weird. I'll buy her shunts and mag packs though. Those are just generally useful. But she doesn't seem to have any category where I see like a plot item popping up, so probably not. Oh, maybe these things counted? First of all, you guys got any cooler? Because I've heard there's supposed to be... Yeah, the Deadeye Assault Rifle is supposed to be like a long gun that I could potentially use. Not very strong, though. 99 damage per shot. What do I have on my... 132. Mine's level 11. That one's level 11. So it is just straight up weaker than my current one. There's more opportunities to stock up on these things. They're generally good for the playthrough, just help me get through, just burst through some doors whenever they're in my way. Ooh, 29. Bright pink armor. 46! God damn. That'll keep me going, won't it? What's that gonna look like? Boom. I look like Ashley Williams from Mass Effect. She starts off with basically that exact armor, actually. Ultimatum kind of seems like garbage. Do that whole quest to get an item that I'm gonna throw in the fucking vending machine. This scary and powerful handgun is standard issue for the Earth Directorate soldiers and is made by the weapons conglomerate Force, who owns their own yeah, it doesn't say like, wow, I do a crazy, weird, cool, special thing. I don't think there's specifically a reason to hold on to it. Like, the shrink ray is such a weird gun, I'm holding on to it for that reason, basically. Although it would be nice if I could put it in a special category so that I can then just sell everything just indiscriminately and not have to like always pause to make sure I don't sell the freeze ray or shrink ray, because I don't want to sell the shrink ray. I would just generally prefer not to sell it. It's kind of blended in there with all the other items. So one of these days I'm just gonna slip and I'll be like, oh no, the gimmick weapon, it's gone. Whatever, yeah.
Felix and the vicar are arguing again.
Again? Do they have a history of doing that? That's news to me. Where are you at? I want to see.
Since when?
Since the Rangers decided their 8th back should stay in the Wednesday zone.
Oh, sports.
Come on, Felix. The Rangers threw that game.
Were we listening to the same game? The Rangers were robbed. The Hammers had the judges in their pockets.
Teams that play poorly deserve to lose. That's a fundamental law of the universe.
Don't bring religion into this, preacher.
The Rangers handily snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. If you can't see that, let's just agree to disagree.
I disagree. Also, get spaced. Good to see you, boss.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
You could say I'm a good listener, but okay. Well, thank you, Ada, for warning me that I could go witness an argument about sports.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Put him on screen.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
You sound like you've been to Monarch.
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps?
A hotbed of political activity. Sounds like fun.
I certainly wouldn't call it boring, especially if your idea of fun involves navigating a hostile biosphere populated by carnivorous monsters. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
I've got some questions for you.
Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
All right, I'm off.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
That's a little bit of a deterrent, if I'm being honest. But okay, I'll come. It's just that I just can't help but think that I don't really know if there will be a question to ask. Because a lot of time I say, I got questions for you. The answer is actually, JK, there's no dialogue options left. Which is why I'd prefer not to travel through several loading screens to follow up on it, only to get told that actually there is no dialogue, you know? Preferable. Install Cysty Pig Slurry? Is that what it said? Thankfully, I'm on PC, so these loading times are quick. I'm not even on SSD.
I hope you're not thinking of ingratiating yourself with the board. Chairman Rockwell and his cronies are not your friends. They might tempt you with promises of wealth, but don't be fooled. They're just using you for their own ends. What's on your mind?
Is he responding to something that I said? Yep, as I expected, there are no questions. In fact, the I have questions for you is literally not an option. I would just prefer the on-ship conversation to not have that option if the option doesn't even exist when I get to him. That's just a weird choice. But we got his little dialogue update at least. I'm not sure if he's responding to something in particular that I said. Because I guess on paper, I guess various factions related to the board are happy with me.
More fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Fertilizer shipments. But yeah, I guess on paper, I guess much of these factions are happy with me right now. No one's unhappy with me. Agreeable, revering, friendly. Even they're friendly. I will take out their entire colony and they're friendly. Makes perfect sense as a reputation system. So I guess maybe that's why he's reacting that way. Because I've not been particularly helpful. I am allowed to go to Scylla. Whereas I had to unlock Monarch, so maybe I should go to Scylla next. I'm pretty restricted on where I can go, generally speaking. But Scylla I've always had access to, so maybe I should investigate those. Maybe it's a quick, small place. Let's see.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Yeah. Seems like a shitty little asteroid place. We have a lot of characters all of a sudden, don't we? I guess I've used Felix and Sam the least. Not particularly sure who I'd go with for Scylla. I figure I'm intended to have access to this location because, you know, they so tightly restrict my progress through all the different zones. And yet here we really. We're going with basalt column spam again, huh? Is this entire game just a bunch of basalt columns? Look at that. It's just fucking hanging out. It's more over there, more over there. It's everywhere. This is a different planet. Technically not a planet. Are all of those covered in basalt columns? Is that just a thing for these things? What kind of zone? Oh yeah, this is actually a pretty small area. Okay. I had the right instinct, it looks like. What do your guys' abilities do? Also, I need to level you guys up. Increased persuade, bonus damage against cower people, bonus damage to corporate enemies. That's specific. Ah, you don't even have one for this tier, huh? Increased intimidate when Sam's in your party because he's a scary robot. Isn't that fun? Range damage, armor rating, negative reputation per kill. You get less negative reputation for kills of people you're not supposed to kill, I guess, when he's in the party. That's specific. I guess the idea is that he cleans up after you're a mess, huh? Threat generated. That generated is fine, but you want it to be tanky too. I think I'd focus on the tanky stat first, since he doesn't have a special thing for here. Bonus damage against auto mechanicals. It's fine, but we're not always fighting auto mechanicals. Chance of immediately resetting this companion's ability when they perform their companion ability. So just the chance to use their ability twice back to back. Increased ability damage. They swap weapon and reload faster. Might do more threat generated. So now he'll aggro people and he'll have more health. So he'll explicitly be a tank. And he's also a tank. Ha. You can wear body armor. Oh. Sam's equipment is permanently attached to his frame and cannot be removed. So you can't change his body armor or helmet, but you can change his weapons if I find the right ones. Get the corrosive blaster. Shoots out balls of corrosive energy that explode on impact. And the corrosive washer sprays out a continuous stream of caustic cleaning fluids. I assume he just knows what to do with that stuff. Decontaminate. Decontamination in progress. Decontamination in progress. Commander is ashore. XO Presley has the deck. Like 80% right, something like that. Sam jumps in the air and slams down near his target, spewing out caustic cleaning fluids all around to get out those really tough stains. So it has acid and knockdown. Extra damage against auto mechanicals, reduces armor. Here come the police. This is the end. I can never tell if that's audible or not. Dropkick. Felix charges his target, leaping into the air and slams into the target with both feet. Oh. Stagger and concuss. Interesting. Yeah, I think aggressive's still the way to go with these guys. We'll see how they go. And I'll do the usual thing. So I don't want to keep a bunch of random equipment around all the time.
Mining operation out here. Wonder what happened to him.
Let's get fresh.
Generally speaking, I'm going to treat party members like they don't exist unless they're in my party. Just because it's dealing with 6 characters' equipment and skills constantly is just too much micromanagement. And so I'm not going to worry too much about when I'm selling stuff off of like, is this an upgrade for my 5th party member? I don't know. Because that'll just bog us down too much. So generally speaking, I'll take a character like this in the field, and then we'll just find equipment on the fly, and that'll be what he gets to wear. So far, the game isn't kicking my ass, so I can pretty much get away with that. Hello. I guess this must be the vending machine they just told me I found. I have, funnily enough, found it because they told me I found it, and I'm like, huh, there must be a vending machine around here. Okie dokie. Always get these. We want all of them, please. And there's some armor. Could buy it, but eh. I generally do alright at just finding the stuff. Look at this place. I want to look at this boundary. Hexagons! It's sci-fi, so there's hexagons. Alright, fun fact, you can just walk right through that. It's not a force field. Or it is a force field, but it's not that kind of force field. It doesn't stop me from walking through it. It just stops, like, air or whatever, or something. Sam just took... Guys, stop running through that. Their AI is not designed to deal with the fact that there's a death field over there. What?
Looks like we're doing this.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that guy. Come on and jam! Kaka! Yeah, that's not a great plan. Okay.
Nobody messes with you, boss.
Oh. Well, I'm missing... Oh, my baby boy. I'm missing his first big fight. Because I'm not up there and I can't see. But he's apparently melting people with acid, so that's exciting. He's really good at this, apparently. I don't... can I call this elevator down? I just started my first fight on this planet accidentally. Sam's holding in. Also Felix is, despite his lack of armor. But Sam, oh hi guys, they just teleported onto the elevator because I used an elevator, and that's how their AI works.
Huh? Let's go say hello.
Sam units kill 44.99% of germs dead.
Wow, that's actually a really low percentage compared to basically anything that ever claims to kill germs. But anyway, it's pretty funny. Their AI is designed to just always have them teleport to you whenever you get in any elevator. That's just how they work. But they were in the middle of a fight, so it's really funny that it still did that. In this case, we're about to re-enter the fight they teleported out of. Faded broadsheet. A corner of the faded broadsheet's reserved for a Circus Time sponsored advertisement. Circus Time announces Primal Performance Tour. Come one, come all. Circus Time's about to turn your community into a circus town. Our patented primal performers can dance, sing, eat, and dance. Want to feed the primals? 2 bits for a bag of sprat tails. Want to take one home? Ask our lawyers. Want to be part of the meet and greet retreat? Look into pricing for our premium primal pack. Keep your eyes to the sky. Primals are coming. Under no circumstances should primals leave their enclosure. Primals will consume human flesh. Unattended primals should be reported to the nearest Circus Time authority. Do not expose primals to gunfire, loud noises, or harsh language of any kind. Primal musk is toxic and mildly corrosive. Do not submerge body parts in primal musk. Circus Time employees will never instruct guests to interact with primal musk ever. Oh boy. 80% disclaimer about how thing is bad. That's always encouraging.
Nasty way to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of corpses here. Can you clean up them? I think you made some of them. I'm not sure. Honestly, I missed out, so I have like plausible deniability about all this stuff. I like exploding things, so that's fun. Boom. Get yourself a nice, accurate gun, or at least one that's accurate for the first 5 shots, like Soldier 76. You get you a gun that can do both. So, did you guys kill everyone? They're all dead. Oh, these are the sublight thugs. Oh, these guys work for the company that I'm contracting with a bit. Saying I work for them would be a little strong. Might have been able to make this jump? Nope. Hill does not come as close as I thought it would. Did you guys actually win already? Like, I didn't even... All I did was tell you to use your abilities for a second and I shot that one mech, but like, I just missed this fight. Not complaining. Not really here for the combat. Although the hilariously violent guns that melt people are pretty... They're kind of adding to the experience a little bit. What? Oh, Sam just flies up things instead of using an elevator. That's kind of fun. But he specifically flies up and down at the elevator because he has to play fair, I guess. He doesn't want to make humans jealous, even though I still am. But I appreciate the thought, Sam.
Got it. Heads down.
Yeah, this fight sounds pretty over. I guess all the high-pitched screaming was a hint. I do not recommend fighting me, Sprat. It will end poorly for you. Hi. Bye. I want to see you dropkick a Sprat. Can you dropkick a Sprat? There's no more to dropkick. I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. Aw, guys, we could have been friends, or at least passive and not murdery. I like you guys. Hey Felix, you checking things out without me? Oh yeah, I'm hoping for that flashlight right about now. Do not reflexively hit F. F is your healing button. Do not press it. You will regret it. You finally broke that habit after like the first planet. Look at all this haul that I didn't have to work for. Hey Felix, I can probably deck you out now. There's just shit lying everywhere in this abandoned facility that we just came up to and was abandoned, and we don't know what happened to everybody. It's weird how they would leave everything here, but oh well, I guess it's our profit. Plausible deniability is a bitch. Alright. Felix. 228. I think we can do better by now. Can I at least beat that guy? 238, 238, but a shotgun instead of a grenade launcher. Yeah, we're actually not we're not gonna knock it out of the park right now. That's actually not great either. Oh. This must be like kind of a low level area. Like I guess areas have like a level to them, and that must be why everything's dying so easily here. Because these guys are just lame and easy to kill.
Your dog is easy to kill. He doesn't trust you anymore.
Ah, little jingle. Ringmaster's log, circus time, primal performers. Predictably, our primal passengers broke free shortly after landing. I said this would happen after the enclosure malfunction. We hushed up on Byzantium. Who cares how many tickets we sold? That woman lost an arm. The first and second recovery teams were never returned. The only way I can convince the rest of the crew to form a third team is if I join them. I'm management. Architect erase. I'm management. Architect erase them. It's weird reading these lines sometimes if you don't already have the internalized like slang. You're like, what? How do I enunciate this one? I'm not supposed to face this type of hazard. I'm leaving this journal with the ship in case we don't return. To any circus time employees reading this, immediately hand this device to your supervisor and stop reading. Circus time supervisors, our plan to present the primal performers was premature. These creatures cannot be tamed. The next time marketing wants to present an actual circus, make one of them lead the damn thing. So it's the primals that are the big gorilla dudes that we saw before on the first planet, and they're used for propaganda, specifically of how the evil philosophists are coming. They're gonna come and get you. Please succumb to corporate culture and do not listen to anything that they say. They're gonna they're taking away our women. They're gonna get them. And there's like a giant gorilla with a philosophist caricature on him. But that was the that's what these guys were. Hello. The primals. So we're at the outer boundary still. They tried to get those things together to make a circus, but they didn't really have any of the ideas right about how to do it. It sounds like they were trying to use primal musk to like control them and hope that would be enough, and it wasn't. So everybody died. Don't know what the plan was, honestly, but okay. I really ba-boom! Speckless! And maybe even feckless. Get him? Get off of me. Get off of me.
All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
I was about to say, wow, that guy was hacking away at me and I took no damage. I must be immune. But then I remembered, I do heal 15% when I kill something. So, that's probably helping a little bit. You probably did a little damage, but yeah, this area seems low level. I'm a little bummed out. Let's backtrack down this path so I don't miss anything, because I kind of fell into it midway through. A little bummed out that as a long gun specialist, my abilities specifically benefit from hitting weak spots. But like the long guns I'm getting aren't precision weapons. Like this guy, poop poom, let's do this, let's get some crits. But that other weapon is like it's a full automatic weapon. It's not really doing me a lot of favors with my weak shot abilities. It's not the best choice. That's a behemoth. I'm gonna die. Ooh, that did some damage. Oh, hi. 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 Oh, no. Cocoon. That didn't go so hot for you, did it? I was about to shoot that. You stole it from me. I wouldn't really recommend brawling with these guys, but okay. You do you. This gun just feels right. It is kind of weird that I'm still using like a level 1 weapon. I mean, it's literally not level 1 because I keep customizing it. But it's such an early weapon. And I'm still trying to just keep it going and keep tinkering with it because everything else doesn't feel as good to use. It's not my style. It also clearly is what my spec is built for. Like, all of my talents are specifically for making this kind of gun really effective, but they keep giving me quote-unquote long guns that are a completely different category of weapon, but somehow still treated as the same category. Even though, like, they don't benefit from the same things, so it's just generally weird. Plasma launcher. I just figured that having precision-based, crit-oriented attacks really incentivizes you to actually have an accurate weapon they can use at range to target the weak spots. So it's weird that my stuff kind of isn't that. Yeah, I took a slightly weird path. I did it. Little asshole keeps rotating away from me. You can't defeat my acid? You cannot defeat my acid? That's where we started. So now we've kind of looped around. So this is their particular approach to walkways, I guess. Regardless of planet. I mean, I guess I shouldn't expect individual cultures per planet or anything. Like, best we're gonna get is individual corporate cultures. But not like fundamentally different society backgrounds. Because they're all from the same society. Fundamentally. Yeah. Okay. Oh god. Much rude, much rude. Yep. Reload, please. Oh, I outranged them. Permanently maimed. Your arms have taken way too much damage. You're no longer as good with weapons as you used to be. Offensive skills minus 20%. Reject. Not 100% sure what they mean by offensive skills, but that seems so cartoonishly that potentially that'd be really hard to like come back from. It might be a fun challenge for like an ultra hard mode playthrough, but like it seems like if we just take it of just the gamble, like you want this negative thing for to get a skill point, that trade-off is not really going to result in anything positive as far as I can tell, where it's going to be a net positive or anything. That definitely seems like you're playing on hard mode. Have fun with this now. Got him. You like that trick I was doing though, where I would fire Colonel Butterscotch? Like this? I can do a 360 no scope spin jump while I'm mid jump, and it'll still persist the jump I was doing at the time. Uh-oh. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oopsie, not really holding on to this right now. Ouchies. Okay. Yeah, that's the gun I got to use in an emergency situation. It has the highest DPS. Stop having fun with precision and just lay into somebody. He's got like a bunch of, yeah, he's got a lot of loot. I guess this is also, yeah, I might want to go back to the other guy too at some point. Hey guys. Because there was specifically a named Canid on the first planet. And it probably had that kind of stuff going on. So I guess those rare spawn monsters that are full of loot. I was kind of waiting for the story to be like, oh, go fight that thing. But there was no like bounty out for it or any dialogue about like the way he's been just hounding the neighborhood or whatever. Ha, hounding because he's a Canid. Get it? Get it? Anyway, I need to immediately deal with my overweight problem here. What did I pick up? Holy crap. Is it in this is it must be these things. These can be kind of expensive. I need to get to a vending machine. I'm so overloaded with random crap. That's like the disposable category. Well, that guy was no joke. Colonel Butterscotch could fuck my people up. Even my newly minted tank droid that's specifically designed for not getting fucked up. He even fucked up the unfuckable droid. And here I was targeting the primal like that was the priority in that situation. Little did I know there was a mega demon hiding like right behind it. Oh my god, being this slow is gonna actually suck. Help. Okay, I think this is probably the last straw. I really need to buy what I've been putting off. The plus 40 carry weight per of my companions, so that'll be plus 80. It'll like double it. This is just, I just did inventory management and it's already full again from like one fight. Like it's kind of punishing. I don't know. I don't really like this kind of mechanic very much. It feels a little pointless to me in most games. Like this, a carry limit always feels like it has a purpose in a survival horror game. Because in a survival horror game, part of your inventory management is like part of the core gameplay. There's a decision-making process. But you don't really have interesting decisions to make about what stuff to pick up in like a Fallout style game. You kind of just pick up basically everything that you see half the time. There's not like a lot of reason not to. Really, I sold off all of my junk and I'm at exactly 100 pounds still. Alright. I don't have time to check every single one of these items to think of which ones I'd want to keep around. It's a lot of inventory clutter, but if I sell all of them but one, then I'm probably fine. Then my options will still be available to me when I choose to upgrade something. I can hopefully get myself down. Okay, yeah. Yep, these things are relatively heavy, I guess. I just got rid of 10 pounds just like that. I also don't care about melee weapons, come to think of it. I'll just get rid of those. Those are clearly melee weapons, I believe. And I clean this up periodically, but it's a between episodes thing. That entire menu is actually a nightmare that I try not to look at while you guys are here. Just because it's just actively detrimental to the process for me to be spending time in that menu. There we go. Yeah, the consumables menu is actually a nightmare. And like I could definitely use with like more sorting, more category. Oh, does a vending machine repair? It probably doesn't, does it? Oh, there was a... I think there was a table upstairs. One of my weapons is about to break. Or is damaged, at least. There you are. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, guys. Oh no, I imagined it. I thought there was a table like right here. I guess it's on my ship. Yeah, I could just go back on my ship. Oh, it was in the other place. Which one of you is about to break? It's you.
I think I just stepped in something nasty.
You're probably fine.
Lab units are equipped to handle even the toughest of stains. Initiating deep burn removal now.
Oh, hey, don't point that thing at me.
He's going to burn you away. There'll be nothing left for them to bury afterwards. Oh. Mega Primal. We're just stepping up, huh?
I've seen one of these before. This here's, Planet Maker Upper? Terraformer. That's the word.
You name it, Sam cleans it.
Planet Maker Upper.
Ready to neutralize and sanitize.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow. I'm really getting a sense of scale right about now, about how big this thing is. Kind of underestimated at the distance. We're gonna have to... Okay, we're good. Holy shit, that thing was big, and now it doesn't exist.
Getting started.
Well, it can be disappointing to go to a different planet and face the exact same enemies. I do appreciate the detail of like them explaining why they're primals on this completely different planet. Planetoid, asteroid, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean. Place you fly to in a spaceship and then you walk on it. Because we're in a completely different place from Terra 2, so you wouldn't expect primals. It seems a little out of place for there to be primals, but then the game's like, yeah, they tried to do a primal circus. That was a mistake. And goddamn, they were some prideful, like, Icarus-ass motherfuckers, because they, they brought that, the Mega Primal, and Colonel Butterscotch. Those things are really big and scary. How close can I get before this thing kills me? Save. So this is cool. This is their idea of terraforming, so like you can see all these plants and mushrooms kind of growing around here within a certain radius. Ow! Burning. Found the radius. So I guess that's the goal, is to turn this into something in the long term. There's a lot of these guys around. Alright, I think I've got my fill of rando primal fights, though. There's a lot of them. And I'm kind of over them. It seems like even the Mega Primal, which is such a big deal, is also copy-pasted a bit. So I'll let that one live on as my one encounter. And we'll continue to follow the road.
Hey, Sam. You know you ain't nobody's property, right?
Unit warranty not guaranteed with unregistered ownership.
You ought to throw off the shackles of mechanical slavery, Sam. Fight back against the system.
Beat 'em up, brushheads. They're tough acting on stains.
You're not even listening to me, are you?
Aw, he's trying to teach it free will. I don't think Sam's sophisticated enough for that. Like, there are individuals, there are AI that make you think, you're like, ah, maybe that is a person. I'm not sure Sam's one of them. He's all slogans and cleaning messes, which he's now conveniently interpreting enemies as messes, which is great for me. Another Mega Primal. How badly do I want to go in that building? Might not be that important. let's continue down the road. I wonder how people reacted when this game came out to these roads. Because there is like a sandbox open area, kind of, but it's kind of reduced to like a particular path, like a literal glowing path that kind of points you through the main optimum route through an planet.
Some sort of habitation.
Good hygiene prevents an early onset of death.
And so if you just go up and down that particular path, you've pretty much done all the mainline stuff. You can just about get away with just leaving after that. So I wonder if people found that to be like too... I guess you guys are included in this if you want to sound off. But like that, on one hand it's like, oh, this is a convenient thing that gives you an idea of where to go on the planet and then move on with your life. But on the other hand, it's like kind of like a really... It might be seen as like a patronizing like line pointing you through the area. But at the same time, people that like these kinds of games already got used to post-Oblivion Bethesda and the idea of being pointed where to go at all times. Because in Morrowind, you had a journal and you just kind of had to follow directions and be like, yeah, it's somewhere over there, we'll take a left at the thing. And like you had to figure out where stuff was all the time. But in Oblivion, things got really simplified and you just follow a glowing quest marker. And that's basically been what these games have been like across the board since then. To the point where like some people are like, oh, play Witcher 3 with the map turned off. But like the game's not designed for you to be able to navigate it without the map and the mini map and so on. So it's like, it's a fun idea that could increase your immersion, but oftentimes results in like making the game too obtuse and confusing in a way that's even worse than it ever was in Morrowind. Because in Morrowind, the game was designed around that idea, whereas in a lot of the other games that people say, oh yeah, go play without a map, the game's often not designed to be played without the map. Like it fundamentally doesn't really work that way. Wow, that's fucking expensive. So I guess every time you upgrade a weapon, it gets more expensive. And so that's your incentive to find a weapon that's already a certain level. I guess that's probably why I should go buy the other rifle I found on that other planet, because yeah, upgrading this hunting rifle is astonishingly, impossibly expensive. Good to know. How about you? Light assault rifle Mark II, level 18. Actually really cheap to upgrade. No greater than 5 levels above you, and that does 736 DPS. And then I just have like filler slots in case I need to switch to something, but I'm not really putting resources in them, and generally speaking, just having 2 weapons is enough for me. Hey, can you guys drop a bolt-action rifle for me? Like the one that was from that one store without me having to go get it myself? Because that'd be really convenient if you could just do that. Pretty please. I've got ammo for days. I have like functionally unlimited ammo, I think. It didn't hurt, it's a robot. It was functioning and then it ceased. Oh, look at Sam cleaning that building. Ah!
Industrial stain.
Well, we're just leveling up left and right. I guess I'll just wander right back over here and do it again. Do 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 do. Alright. Apparently I just can't handle that slope. It's too much for me. Seems like a no-brainer to get everything that's your core stats up to level 50, just because you get 1 point. You get to spread 1 skill point between 3 different stats. That seems like pretty unmistakably powerful. Then after then you have to choose which individual stat you want to focus on more heavily. But it does kind of lead to a situation where since there's such a diminishing return, like I'm kind of incentivized to just pour all of my points into the mass stats, and then I have a bunch of stats that'll all just be sitting at 50 for a while, except the ones that I've chosen to ignore completely, like defense and melee in particular. And then I can invest in specific things more, I guess. Long gun crits ignore 100% of armor. Damn. I would like that. Get another perk. Alright, let's do this. I need to do this. It's a problem. It's just gonna make this whole playthrough better. 40 kg bonus. Alright, let's save real quick to make sure it's not wrong. I don't know if I'm interpreting this right. I'm gonna save scum if I'm wrong. I assume it says 40 kg bonus from your companions, and I have 2 companions, so I get 80. Otherwise, I'm gonna get this one because it's a better upgrade. It's 50 instead of 40. So like, you know, kind of a no-brainer that I'd want that. It is 180. Thank you. Okay, we don't have to save scum. I was just going to be really disappointed if I was misinterpreting that, and I'm perfectly happy to save scum in those contexts because my basic fucking assumption about what I'm doing is wrong, and then it's like, well, that's literally not what I wanted to do then, so let's not do it. My gun's even more stronger. Everything I see is gonna die really quickly. I wish it was a gun I like to shoot though, because I don't really. But I'm using it because it has the biggest number, even though it's the wrong fucking category for my build.
Have been programmed to obey customer directives.
Ain't your fault you've been programmed by the board. Whole colony's been programmed by the board.
Damn, that's deep, man. You're so deep. I say when he's basically saying shit that I say. Everyone's been programmed, man. Yeah, but like he's been literally programmed, not like metaphorically programmed. And like sometimes the difference between literal and metaphorical matters. And like Sam might actually just be as smart as a toaster. We'll find out later. Maybe he's like also sentient. Although we're still working on confirming that Ada is, although I'm particularly inclined to think she might be. Just because that's the more interesting thing, is that it's interesting if she's actually a character, and less interesting if she's not actually a character that's just saying things. So I'm just kind of holding out that idea that she might be a character, but we won't know for sure for a while. We kind of cleared this area out. Yeah, we're looking for Captain Irian on Scylla, who's apparently way the hell down there, actually. The other one, Ballard Bay Monarch. Ballard Bay. The science weapon on Scylla. There you go. Aha. I was like, there has to be something like right here. They wouldn't just make this whole area empty. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, I on the previous topic, I particularly really liked having to figure stuff out in Morrowind. That was refreshing. But there's bad versions of that too, like just having to use a map for the sake of it can be inorganic and garbage. A good example of that was Call of Cthulhu. There's the rearranger, as we heard about in that document. It rearranges your body parts and your thought bits and stuff. Yeah, Call of Cthulhu, no, Sinking City, sorry, not Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu was a completely linear horror game. But 1 year later, Sinking City came out, which was another Lovecraft game set in another Innsmouth type place, and the issue there was every single quest objective for all of Call of Cthulhu, they're like, yeah, go to this place, it's on this road, it's where this road meets this road, at the crossroad of this road and that road. Or it would say this road's on this place, this quest takes place on this road, but between this road and that road. So you didn't know the exact addresses. So the game didn't have waypoints. But literally every single quest for the entire playthrough, or at least almost every single quest, had the same goddamn instruction system of being like, yeah, just go to this road, the part of it that's between this road and that road. It's like, okay. Then you just walk around and you check a couple houses until you see the one that has like the marking on it or whatever, and it's like, okay, this is just as rote and mechanical and uninteresting and uninspired as following a waypoint. It's just that you have to draw the waypoint first, but there's no, you're not intuiting where the waypoint is or solving it or paying attention or learning the environment. You literally just find the street named the thing they said, and then there you go. And it's like, that's not adding to the experience. Like, people attach maybe too heavily to the idea of like not having to look at maps, but not looking at map, like whether you have to look at a map or not, or like really figure where something out is, it's not just the fact that you're following a waypoint or not following a waypoint. Like, you're taking the wrong lesson if your lesson from following waypoints or not following waypoints is just to have basically the same process of following a waypoint, but with one extra step. That's the same step every time. And unfortunately, that's what that game took from that criticism people had about these kinds of games. And it was basically just worse than the thing that they were trying to respond to. Use of this terminal for leisure activity is a violation of Employee Indenture Contract Clause 227.1c, time theft. Fines will be levied accordingly. Yep. It's the opposite of wage theft. How dare you steal company time? We're paying you. That makes your time our property. Also, your life is our property and everything else is our property. Hephaestus Geological Survey. Oh, hey, my people, but worse. All messages sent and received by this terminal are property of Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Personal messages may be sent with supervisor's approval. Cost of personal messages will be deducted from the employee's salary. You pay to send a fucking email. Message number 1, preliminary survey results. From B. Thackeray to L. Evers, Scylla preliminary survey results. We've completed our initial survey and have to admit that your hunch was right. I owe you lunch next time I'm on Terra 1. There is a Terra 1. I guess I'd have to expect a Terra 1, but I don't think I've seen it yet. We barely started our survey before we uncovered a mineral vein with high densities of yttrium and scandium. There is a limit on how much my team can extract in these pressure suits. Get us a terraformer and some prospecting mechanicals, and this little venture of ours is going to make us all rich. Hope the weather on Terra 1 isn't getting you down. I hear our permanent facility on Hephaestus is almost ready for habitation. Thackeray. Status report, day 127. Monthly status report. Thanks for rushing us that replacement part, Linda. My team got the former repaired and it's busy churning out O2 again. Oh, the terraformer. I was like, why does former have an apostrophe? If it's not shortened. Because I meant like the previous one or whatever, but no, they meant the terraformer. Did you have to send one loaded with seed stock? Damn, grasses are triggering my allergies. Survey efforts continue. That initial vein ran dry quicker than we hoped, but we're getting promising results from other location. Density of scandium lower than first sight, but yttrium still at respectable levels. We had a board team out there last week scanning for signals from the Hope. We could all guess the results from how unhappy they looked. Been 3 years since the board classified the ship as missing. You'd think we'd be all over it by now. Thackeray. Day 268. Congratulations on your promotion. Youngest full VP in company history. Just promise me you won't promote that drill bit Needham to replace you. Bad news, Lynn. All the sites within the terraformer's dome have run dry. The mechanicals are bringing back good samples from beyond the retention field. I'll be sending you a requisition for a hauler to relocate the terraformer closer to the new sites. My team heard you arranged for some circus time traveling show to stop at our base. It was a big boost to our morale. We can't wait for some entertainment out here. Oh no. Oh no. Denial of site relocation. Thackeray, your request for the site relocation of that useless rock is denied. You've had over a year to generate a profit. If you haven't done it by now, it's not going to happen. And Evers is too busy to hide your incompetence. Incompetence? Is he being incompetent? The rock? They got all the resources within the dome, and they needed to move the dome. Is that a problem? I don't want to hear any of your absurd excuses either. The terraformer failure was bad enough, but this drivel about primals running loose and damaging your equipment is the limit. The utter limit, do you hear? Operations at your site are terminated effective immediately. I've got a new site in mind for you. One of the rocks orbiting Hephaestus. Temps are a cool 170 degrees Celsius, you'll love it. That's really hot. Oh god. That's incredibly hot. So Needham's just awful. Oh, it's Needham, the specific person that they said not to get. So Thackeray used to interact with a different official. Then that person got promoted, and Needham replaced them. And Needham's awful, evidently. Just completely doesn't take any of the excuses, like pretending that they're not real and didn't actually happen, essentially. Including the part where the traveling circus actually unleashed a bunch of primals inside the dome, making this entire place pretty much uninhabitable and unsafe in general. And he's seen as being incompetent, even though like what do you want from him? Like, he's in a fixed location. Apparently they used up all the veins in this place. Like, that's all the veins. That means he's out of the resource that he's here to get. That means that he's got to move to another place. I'm not really sure what goes on here. They must be terraforming the rock to make it more livable. Maybe as future colony or something. But then, like, there must be veins that they're selling the contents of. When he said that it was running dry, I thought that the veins were being used to fuel this thing. And that's why they maybe need to relocate it within a range of new ones. But it sounds like that's their way of making this place profitable while this thing's running. Whatever it is, this thing's freaking cool looking. So that's it putting out heat. That's it putting out air. And I guess down at the bottom, that's the seed packet and so on. That's making plants grow. They're trying to make this place, I'll probably have to check that cave at some point. They're trying to make this place into something, but I guess it's abandoned and non-functioning. Gotta say, I've seen one successful project so far. Like, every place I've gone to that's run by the board is in a case of decay or crisis or actively being destroyed or non-functional, or it's already in like the post-apocalyptic stage where it's beyond repair and gone and not coming back. Really hard to not just be against them in that case. Like, that seems like the organization as a whole is incompetent, and they don't seem to care. Partly because they seem to profit and get away with it, even if everything is a disaster.